My name is Heather Prince and I'm the Root Master, getting to the root of your problems. In video 1, I spoke about what mindfulness is, and in video 2, I shared how to improve yourself. This is the final video, and I'll be talking how to cope with emotional pain and how we zone out and become mindless. We all have pain in our lives, whether it's the ex we still long for or the sudden wave of anxiety when we get up to give a speech. If we let them, such irritants can distract us from the enjoyment of life. Paradoxically, the obvious response, focusing on the problem in order to combat and overcome it, often makes it worse. The mind's natural tendency, when faced with pain, is to attempt to avoid it by trying to resist unpleasant thoughts, feelings, and sensations. So when we lose a love, for instance, we fight our feelings of heartbreak. As we get older, we work feverishly to recapture our youth. When we're sitting in the dentist chair waiting for that painful root canal, we wish we were anywhere but there. But in many cases, negative feelings and situations can't be avoided, and resisting them only magnifies the pain. The problem is, we have not just primary emotions, but also secondary ones. Emotions about other emotions. We get stressed out and then think, I wish I weren't so stressed out. The primary emotion is stress over your workload. The secondary emotion is feeling, I hate being stressed. It doesn't have to be this way. The solution is acceptance, letting the emotion be there. That is, being open to the way things are in each moment without trying to manipulate or change the experience, without judging it, clinging to it, or pushing it away. The present moment can only be as it is. Trying to change it only frustrates and exhausts you. Acceptance relieves you of this needless extra suffering. Suppose you've just broken up with your girlfriend or boyfriend. You're heartbroken, overwhelmed by feelings of sadness and longing. You could try to fight these feelings, essentially saying, I hate feeling this way, I need to make this feeling go away. But by focusing on the pain, being sad about being sad, you only prolong the sadness. You do yourself a favour by accepting and honouring your feelings, saying instead, I've just had a breakup. Feelings of loss are normal and natural. It's okay for me to feel this way. Acceptance of an unpleasant state doesn't mean you don't have goals for the future. It just means you accept that certain things are beyond your control. The sadness, stress, pain, or anger is there whether you like it or not. Better to embrace the feeling as it is. Nor does acceptance mean you have to like what's happening. Acceptance of the present moment has nothing to do with your resignation. Acceptance doesn't tell you what to do. What happens next, what you choose to do, that has to come out of your understanding of this moment. If you feel anxiety, for instance, you can accept the feeling, label it as anxiety, then direct your attention to something else instead. You watch your thoughts, perceptions, and emotions flip through your mind without getting involved. Thoughts are just thoughts. You don't have to believe them and you don't have to do what they say. You've probably had the experience of driving along the motorway only to suddenly realise you have no memory or awareness of the previous 15 minutes. Maybe you've even missed your exit. You just zoned out. You were somewhere else. And it's as if you've suddenly woken up at the wheel. Or maybe it happens when you're reading a book. I know I just read that page, but I have no idea what it said. I get that quite often. Pilot moments are called mindlessness times, when you're so lost in your thoughts that you aren't aware of your present experience. As a result, Life passes you by without registering on you. The best way to avoid such blackouts is to develop the habit of always noticing new things in whatever situation you're in. That process creates engagement with the present moment and releases a cascade of other benefits. Noticing new things puts you emphatically in the here and now. We become mindless because once we think we know something, we stop paying attention to it. We go about our morning journey in a haze because we've trod the same route 100 times before. But if we see the world with fresh eyes, we realised almost everything is different each time. The pattern of the light on the buildings, the faces of the people, even the sensations and feelings we experience along the way. Noticing imbues each moment with a new, fresh quality. Some people have termed this beginner's mind. By acquiring the habit of noticing new things, we recognise that the world is actually changing constantly. We really don't know how the espresso is going to taste or how our journey will be. You can become mindful at any moment just by paying attention to your immediate experience. You can do it right now. What's happening this instant? Think of yourself as an eternal witness and just observe the moment. What do you see, hear, smell? It doesn't matter how it feels, pleasant or unpleasant, good or bad. You roll with it because it's what's present. You're not judging it. And if you notice your mind wandering, bring yourself back. Just say to yourself, now, now, now. Here's the most fundamental paradox of all. Mindfulness isn't a goal because goals are about the future, but you do have to set the intention of paying attention to what's happening at the present moment. As you listen to me, as you hear my voice, you are in the moment. So just become aware of being alive and breathe. And as you breathe in, focus on the rise of your abdomen on your in-breath. The stream of air going up through your nose. And as you breathe out, notice that air leaving. If you're aware of that feeling right now, as you're listening to this, you're living in the moment. Nothing happens next. It's not a destination. This is it. You're already here. Thank you for listening to my videos. I am Heather Prince, the Root Master. If you feel stuck, or if you feel that there are kind of roadblocks in your way along your life journey, give me a call, let's have a chat, and let's see if I can show you to where you wish to go. Have a great day.